Once a cougar, always a cougar. You know, North Providence is so lucky to have an animal as its mascot. My high school, the same one that Mr. Goho attended, didn't have an animal. Classical high school has a color. And trust me, once a purple, always a purple. Does not cut it as far as motivation is concerned. Before I continue, the rules of order and decorum require that I recognize the rest of the people up here on the stage with me. Hey, how you going? The month before Keri's accident, she had her dance recital at the North Providence High School Auditorium. Dance was so very important to her. I never saw her pay so much attention to or work so hard at something. She had a real passion for dancing, for performance of any kind, really. The rules of the dance recital are simple for us parents. You're not allowed to take pictures the day of the show, so if you want pictures of your kids in action, you have to come to the dress rehearsal the day before. So that year I went to the dress rehearsal with my camera, and I got some amazing pictures of Keri and her friends on stage and off. They were having a great time, goofing around off stage, but on stage they were all business. One of the dances was to a hip-hop song. The girls were wearing black leotards under some bright neon-colored mesh vests with some big sparkling belts. Something wasn't quite right with the vests and the belts, and a couple of the girls lost theirs in the middle of the dance. Keri was one of them. Her vest came apart around her neck, and she ended up wearing it sort of like a skirt. But she kept dancing, and she finished with a huge smile. I went up to her afterwards. She was still laughing about it. I said, "Leave it to you to have a wardrobe malfunction." And she said, "Ha ha, Dad, very funny," in the way that Keri did. But then I told her I was very proud of the way that she kept going. She didn't miss a beat when the vest came down. Other girls just left the stage when it happened to them, but not Keri. And she looked at me and she said, "That's what you're supposed to do. You don't stop until the music is done." The oldest rule in entertainment, the show must go on. And that has become Keri's legacy. And for the members of the class of 2013, that's your charge. Your show must go on. As I look out there, I do wish that I could see Keri sitting where she belongs, in between Meyer Nasser and Samuel Odekoya. But as I look out there, I know that Keri is sitting with each and every one of you right now. Many were her close friends, others were classmates, but all of you have been touched by her in some way. If there's one lesson Keri would have you learn, because Keri really loved being the teacher, is that you should find something you really enjoy doing, you should do it well, and you should be passionate about doing it. When I was about your age, and yes, once upon a time I was your age, way back then I heard a prayer. It hit home when I was a teenager, and it stayed with me the rest of my life. And as you prepare for the next part of your journey, I'd like to share it with you. By the way, if there's anyone in the audience from the ACLU, it's not a prayer, it's a poem. Called the Desiderata. The actual translation of the word is things wanted, things needed. But it's about a lot more than just things. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially, do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. It doesn't matter what it is you choose to do when you walk out the doors of this auditorium. Just do it well. Do it with passion. Our time on the stage of life is limited. It's our job to give our best performance. And now it's time for you to go on with your show. For your family, for your classmates, for your teachers, but most of all, for you. Make your show a great one.